Oh, we're live. We're live.
We're live?
Yeah. You smell like beef jerky.
I love the beef jerky. I just ate a bunch of it. And quite frankly, I'm happy about this.
Was it kick-ass beef jerky?
Yes, it was.
They even have turkey jerky. And,
turkey jerky. I don't mind turkey jerky.
I had this garlic jerky from them, and then when you actually you poop it out, you use the rote.
Sure.
Oh man, it's fantastic. It smells just like garlic.
It smells like garlic, which has two good things about it. Number one, it's really good for you. Mm-hmm. Number two, no fucking vampires.
No vampires. So if anybody wants to let us know if you can hear Logan, we got a little bit of a different setup because this is Beard Laws episode 75.
That's right.
That's right. If you can read, which Grim's here, so I'm gonna read it for him because I know he can't. It's Interview with Curtis Cowles. Yeah, he's the front man for Buckshot. And that's an awesome band, and you should check it out, King Grimlock. But yeah, let us know if you could hear Logan. Yeah, we made it. We made it. And we're not late.
Can you hear me?
Can't believe you are all in here waiting. What's wrong with that, Amanda B. Fitz? I don't know. Yeah, crazy. New Brunswick. Okay. Can anybody let us know in chat if they heard Logan? And while you're doing that, we're gonna do the intro.
Might as well. We're already here.
Yeah, Logan's on his phone looking at adult stuff.
No, I'm sharing the Facebook thing.
Oh,
my adult stuff time. This isn't that starts at about when's this show get over? Anyways, let's just go live.
Yeah, there's a state that's trying to ban adult stuff on phones.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, let's do the intro.
Yep.
Oh, look at us! Look at us! We did it! And they could hear us. And yeah, Logan's back. He was muted. And I'm glad you guys can hear it.
Apparently, I'm good. They say they can hear me. I've been replaced. Let me just say one thing about being replaced. I didn't like it, except I like it because our guest is sitting in my spot. Mm-hmm. He's not backstage with the hookers and the midgets and the.
I don't know if you
for everyone who hasn't seen the show, we do have a new goat. So, but he's not. He didn't want any of that backstage thing with all the jelly beans. He's actually here in my seat.
Never offered.
Well, that's because we didn't want you to bring him in.
Well, it's because Logan showed up 3 minutes before the show.
Yeah, you're gonna have that. Hi, everybody.
So what's up? What's up, Meg? Can hear us both. That's cool. And then when we bring in the guest, make sure you let us know because this is the first time that we've actually had an in-studio guest. And it's the first time that anybody showed up before 3 to 5 minutes before the show, which was really nice because we were able to actually do some sound testing and hang out. Nick's in the house. No, it's not Toby. Yeah, he said it, but it's not Toby. Someday maybe Toby will be there. Shout out Squeaks Bear. We got a woo-hoo. I think our guest knows that one, but I do too. Hi, Sarah. We were talking earlier today, and I think we determined it was about 13 to 14 years since we've seen each other. So it's been a long time, and we're super excited because our guest tonight, Curtis, who we've talked about a little bit already, is from this kind of same small town. He's from the same area, small town, big dreams. I think they even threw that on a shirt in Harrisville one time when they were like playing basketball. I think Meg had the shirt or something, and I'm thinking that's where it came from. So yeah, shout out Squeaksbeard.
Squeaksbeard.
You are echoing. Does anybody else hear the echo? It could be Logan talking through the other mic. We'll have to figure it out because our guest mic is not as well.
Let's be honest. If I don't talk, this show's better. Maybe I should just.
So make sure. So Logan's got a different mic. You can see it on his John Daly shirt or whatever he got going on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And it will adjust on the mic because, like I said, this is the first time we've had a guest in studio, so we're super excited. So instead of dragging it out anymore, we're going to do our quick little introduction. We're just going to bring the guest in. You ready, Logan?
I'm here.
Yeah, I think that means he's ready. So let's hit this button and we'll do it. As mentioned, tonight's guest, and I pressed the button too early, so sorry for the terrible artwork. Just a rookie move out there. But as mentioned tonight, Curtis Cowles, the frontman for Buckshot and local legend, is our guest tonight. He's a man who wears shoes as often as an Amish during the summer. A man who has entertained more people on stage than a girl named Diamond who models Well, choose. A man who has met more NASCAR drivers than anyone that works for ESPN. A man who plays in a band that has more members than the graduating class of Hammond Central most years. A man who, with his band Buckshot, can pack a crowd bigger than all of New York State's fire department's attendance on a Fish Fry Friday. A man that unofficially has a Guinness World Record for most miles traveled with a deer head and a wooden stool. A man that came from a small town with big dreams and is doing big things. A man who is arguably one of the most famous pirates to ever come out of Harrisville. A man who is so excited for this podcast, he actually showed up 12 hours early. A man that we are proud to call our bearded brother, the one, the only, Curtis Cowles!
Oh my God, that was funny.
Yeah, so one of my favorite parts of the entire episode is not only getting to know the guests and having a great conversation, but actually doing an introduction. So what we do is we clip that, so you'll be able to watch that like 3 times.
Man, I'm gonna play it before my shows. You know what I mean?
That's
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right on the
We
line.
need a good, we need a good front me like that.
That's it. I'm in. Wow. And my mom even made a show. So she
She
knows.
hasn't been here in a while.
Yeah, she doesn't show up to a lot of these, mainly because it's like TikTok people, and apparently they're all really good looking. But she heard that tonight's
don't
guest
know what
was
TikTok
even
is.
better looking. So, well, there you go, Mom. You know, we brought in a good looking guest.
I do.
So, best intro yet. And Laura, she's from the UK, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning over
Hey, Laura.
Oh, look at that. The official band.
Hell of an introduction from my band.
Let's go.
Let's get the band in there.
The band's here, and we are. I'm going to go on tour. I'm going to be. It's funny because I was showing them a band that I like, Mass Intruder. And I was like, look at their front man, Officer Bradford. I'll do that for you. I'll wear the Borat speedo and everything.
Maybe you and I go and open for Buckshot.
Why are you getting wrong?
I
That'd be-
need
okay,
to
that'd be cool.
get out of the house, bud.
And you look good on whatever you're sitting on. What
Oh.
you're sitting on.
You want to see what I'm sitting on?
Yeah,
Here's
show
what I'm
them.
sitting.
Show them what's up.
This right here, everyone, is a stool. Not the type of stool that doctors want. This is a stool that you want.
Tilt it.
And-
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
Buckshot.
Yes.
If anybody wants one of those-
Buckshot store right there.
Where can I get one of those if they want their own?
You'd have to just hit me on Facebook.
Hit
Right
him
on.
on Facebook. Hit him up. And legit, hands down, best intro. We've done 75 intros. That's the best. Shout out Holy Wizard Beer Company. We're going to be doing some beard oil roulette next Thursday, same time, same place. We're going to announce the winner of Beard Madness 2021. It is. I don't know if it's the Buckshot stool, but it's
No, it's not the book.
Yeah, it's I was going to say the other one had stickers, but it's
the other one is about twice as thick. The
That's
top
what she
twice
said.
as thick.
Really?
Yeah.
This is sturdy as hell.
No, it's twice as sturdy, dude. Because I jump on it.
Okay,
Jump
yeah.
on it,
I've
jump off
seen
it. I
that,
kick
yeah.
it. Whatever, you know how to
Sure.
use it, you know.
And this is, I mean, if this is the average, this is pretty good. This is solid.
That's
to me.
average,
This
yeah.
is good old Harrisville wood.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
CT, our first one ever. And shout out, we are live on, what is it, Pioneer Pizza in Punta Gorda, Florida.
Right?
I don't know if I said it right, but either way, somewhere in the
You got it perfect.
It took 75 episodes. We did it. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Eating pizza, hanging out. Make sure you guys throw Buckshot on the jukebox and CT.
Yes.
If you don't have them on the jukebox, it was funny because I sent him a message earlier and he goes, I started playing this song and the guy next to me was like, holy shit, I've heard that before. And I was like, why is he surprised? Everybody should.
There you
Oh,
go.
wait, I didn't do that. Breaking news. I'm now hired as
It must be Dan Johnson. That's got to be Dan Johnson, right?
He must have saw the beard. And shout out David. He's the Pittsburgh fan as well. right?
No, David.
Oh, Dave.
Dave
Why do you have so many people with D's? Anyways,
I do.
let's get into this. So the first question that I
Not
ask
good.
every single guest, I ask every single guest this, and it's going to be a little different for you because a lot of the guests on the show are TikTok guests and everything like that. So obviously, I don't think you're on TikTok. So the first question that I always ask is, what is the reason or why did you get into TikTok? Because everybody has, a different story. So what I want to ask you is, why isn't really TikTok maybe your thing or the band's thing when it seems to be the thing?
Yeah, I guess just like you have to give up a lot of yourself on these live shows. You know what I mean? Like instantly, you give up everything. All your mannerisms, everything in the background, and whatever you do, it just gets into your life a little further. I just haven't let go on that yet.
Fair enough. Yeah.
One of those days, I'm like doing this right here is just getting out of the comfort zone, And
I love it, and I'm glad that you took the time to do it. And
Yeah,
all kidding aside, if you David, Dan, any of the Buckshot boys, if you guys do decide to get into the TikTok world, and the reason I'm saying this is the old TikTok was a weird thing. It was
Like your grandfather
kids
clock.
dancing, women you didn't want to see dancing, people begging for money. But now it is a business model.
Oh man, it's
and
a business model. I know.
Yeah, and I've seen so many kind of, and being you guys being country music, I've seen country music groups that get on there, put out some of their original stuff, and now they're touring. There's a dude, Tainted Lyric. He's a one-man band kind of thing. You know, has a little southern twang. He's on TikTok, has a good following, built a following. Now he's touring the United States with his music and stuff like that. So if you guys ever go that route, I would love to show you the way. Not that I'm a pro, but I'm networked. So I'm just throwing this out there to all of the Buckshot that it might be another avenue. Yes, I'm telling you, TikTok.
Maybe I was told they need to.
I'm telling you, and being a guy that is very well networked on the app. I mean, we've had Echo Music on here, who is a very well-known rapper. We've had Marty Ray. Just throwing it out there. What's up, Dan C. Beard? You want to see everyone dancing? Well, you're gonna have to stick around.
I don't know if that's actually a smart idea.
Yes, Tainted Lyric. Yeah, you can attest to that. It's just done a lot of great things for people that are professional in their ways, and people that are not, let's say, overly professional. It's done a lot of bad things for them, but they've still made money off it. But so either way, through your, you're on social media regardless, whether it's the Facebook or anything. Was there one person that might have followed you that kind of sticks out that you kind of fangirled a little bit? Because I mean, like for me, there's been a couple, and I just remember a couple of people that followed me back. And I was like, oh.
You mean for like podcasts and stuff?
Whether it's a podcast, maybe on Facebook, maybe the band page, or you know what I mean, like just somebody that you kind of connected with on the internet or maybe even social media that you would have never thought growing up. I mean, we grew up in a different era. Like we didn't have the internet, I guess, like at our disposal.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know, like, I mean, obviously you've met some people along the way, but I just didn't know.
It's the opposite coming from a small town, because when you're growing up in a small town and you leave and you come back like 5 years later, you start back up on that same where you left off every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you leave, and then you look at all the bullshit that they've put on for the last 8 years. And then you come back and you're supposed to still be on that same page. You're like, dude, I can't do it.
Right?
I can't. So it's like you're starting up here. Now they're like, down on, I don't know. Sometimes.
Yeah. Dave says that you guys could probably just TikTok 30 seconds of every after.
Oh my God. If we did that, we would be millionaires.
Not only that,
jail time. Oh, hey.
Don't do that, Dave.
Jail, and I mean, obviously,
Hey, Dave, he's a Pittsburgh fan too.
Let's go. And Jordan says, "Yo, I know this dude."
Yes, he does.
What's up, Jordan? Jordan, he's
Justin, his brother Justin. See, it all started like a big bang. You see, when I was at 15, my house burnt down to the ground, and after that, it was like I was wearing people's clothes to school, like friends' clothes, and and I started smoking pot and smashing mailboxes, and
They're out there.
And I was like, I started a band, and Justin Seymour, he lived right next to the school. Jay Seymour, Justin Seymour, Jordan, they're all drummers, all phenomenal drummers. Justin was, I guess I was 17 or 16 at the time. Justin was like 14. And we started a band in his garage. Me, Justin Seymour, and Mike Bazette was right up the road. And we jammed it. My buddy Eric Mitchell was on the bass.
Whoa, so many Eric Mitchells in this world.
No, Eric Mitchell was on the bass, and Drew Mosier was on bass at one point. But Justin, and now he's married in my family. He's married my cousin, so he's a state trooper. Justin's awesome. He's the man.
So you can see him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna jam with his dad Jay this weekend.
Nice. I've met Jay a couple times. Obviously, I've met Jordan a bunch of times.
That family, dude. Awesome.
I'd love Jordan a lot more if he wasn't a Bruins fan, but everybody has.
They all have their faults.
They all have their faults. It's okay. It's not your fault. But so you've had the pleasure of meeting a ton of great people kind of along the way. Transitioning from that one. Most recently, you met a couple of NASCAR legends, Rusty Wallace, Ernie Irvin. So of all the people that you kind of met, like who is one that kind of stands out? I mean, they're all legendary, but we all have that one that was just sort of like
Big from Big and Rich.
Oh yeah, all right.
Single horse ride a cowboy guy.
Yep.
So
Did you ask him if he saved a horse or rode a
No,
cowboy?
but this is
No.
a good story though.
They did both.
We were doing Myrtle Beach CMA Fest. We won this like Eastern Seaboard whatever battle of bands, and we played it, and they were playing on the stage, and we got done. We're walking out back, and me and Dan and Sarah and Misha, I think, his wife, and we saw Chris Young standing out by his bus. We were like going over Chris, talking with him, kind of fanning around.
Oh yeah.
And then we go in the back behind the stage while Jason Aldean's playing. So we're on stage when Jason Aldean's playing in the back, on the stage. We're in backstage. Go behind there, have drinks with Gretchen Wilson and Big and Rich back there, and I don't know. It was just pretty cool. They're all watching They're watching a basketball game. I've seen Cowboy Troy a couple of times in Virginia Beach. But yeah, all of a sudden we're talking, we're smoking a cigar, you're passing back this little cigar or something, and he's like, "Buckshot, huh? What's that?" I said, "We're a band. We just played over here on the stage." He's like, "Really?" Says, "Well, let me hear your stuff." And so we showed him some stuff, and he's like, "Hey, that's good. Here's my email. Email me your stuff." Well, I heard back from him, but
Because you can't read.
that night, the security guy comes over and says, "Hey," like this, and he's like, "Hey, you guys want to go somewhere?" I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." So me and Dan, Sarah and his wife, we followed security and Big through the whole freaking crowd, and we got out to there's a place called the Bowery, or the Bowery. Is it the Bowery? It's where the band Alabama started.
Okay.
The Bowery.
Yeah.
We walk in. The freaking band on stage was playing "Save a Horse Ride a Cowboy." No shit. And the guy standing next to me, it's his song. He wrote it. He sings it. And I'm standing outside. It was a surreal moment. I was like,
wow.
Okay. All right. So he's walking in. He's like, "Come on in." I'm following him through there. And we get to a point, and then this guy's like, "Hey," and he's like, "Oh, he's with me.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everyone else stayed outside. They're like, I walked in there, got it. I sat down at the table with him. It was fun.
That whole, he's with me. Anytime you hear that, you're like, that's amazing. Now, when I get to the point where I could be like, oh, my hype man, yeah, he's with me. That's when you start to make it. You know what I mean? So I know there's not a ton of Amish people up in Harrisville, so it doesn't explain the fact that you never wear shoes. So I'm just kind of wondering, where did that come from? Because anytime, and for anybody that's never seen him perform live, I don't know if I've ever seen him perform live wearing shoes. And even recently in Daytona during Bike Week, I think you were running across a roof or something where you're performing, and there's still no shoes. And no judgment, because I don't wear them in the summer.
Dude, I wear no shoes, walking by all those bikers with nut right through the dirt and the friggin' whatever needle. I don't know.
Whatever's down there.
But I mean, I've done it for 6 years now. I don't know. It just shows them something there that just gives them something to talk about, and there's something to look at, and something curiosity behind it. But really behind it is when I'm on stage, I can feel all the band members. I can feel through my feet, man. I can feel the bass. I can feel the timing, the bass drum.
That makes sense.
I can climb things and grab with my toes. Dude, I can grab things with my toes like nothing, dude. I don't know. There's just certain things that I do with that. It just feels more liberating, free, fuck you, I'm gonna do it.
And
that's how I
really, and you don't see anybody else. Oh, I see. Just for the show, I'm not wearing shoes.
You are not.
I'm not wearing shoes for the show. I wanted to fit. Yeah, no, I thought that was you. But Al Frazier said dead nuts.
Dead nuts. Yeah,
dead nuts.
Dead nuts construction. You know when you do a job and you put that level on there at the end, and it's friggin' dead nuts.
Yeah, I've heard about this business.
Dead nuts.
I've heard about this business.
You're damn right.
CT says, I feel like I should do this interview. Sorry. I feel like I should do this interview. Y'all don't know country like I do.
And then he just
Shut up.
JK. So freedom. That's
Yes,
exactly
freedom.
it.
Yes, it is.
Hey, what's up, Cody? How's it going? So what else we got here? Obviously we showed the wooden stool. Tell us a little bit. There has to be a little more to the wooden stool. There's the wooden stool that Meg referred to. That's for the stage. So go ahead and tell us about that.
Well, it all started in Clayton.
Oh.
At O'Brien's.
Oh.
And,
that's O'Brien's. My bad.
You know O'Brien's in Clayton?
Yeah.
You know that? Well, That was with the band. I had a band called Indecision back in 2003.
Did you see what your band members just said? He doesn't have anyone else in his monitor, so he has to feel it through his feet.
Ah, that's definitely Dan. Definitely Dan Johnson. No, yeah, I don't have to run my monitors. I just run my voice. So I hear me. I worry about myself. You guys worry about yourself. And and honestly, we put together. A lot of bands are like, we got same band members. We got a lot of bands down there don't do that in Hampton Roads. I'm talking about Hampton Roads area, down to Virginia Beach. We kind of, we just been running around that for 6 years and made a really good name and opened up for a lot of good bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Heidi says, we love the stool. And she's super excited because she put a whole bunch of exclamation points. So, yeah, so tell us about the stool.
So the stool, it actually started at that O'Brien's place because we were playing a gig, and all of a sudden this girl tackles this other girl into a light tree, and the light tree falls down on the drums. It's just like right in the middle of the set, like boom, we're like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden just the whole bar just started going in on it. Went outside to the parking lot, everyone's pulling hair, coming out with fistfuls of hair and everything.
Nice.
It moves back into the bar, everyone's raging, you know what I mean? Like crazy stuff. So I just jump up on this bar stool and I yelled at the top of my lungs, everybody shut the fuck up. Top of my lungs.
Yeah.
And there was crickets in that fucking place. I got down, I walked over, I set the fucking tree up, we started the band back up, we started party. And no one had any problems. But from that moment on, I figured, hey, if you're standing up somewhere, they're gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
And they stood at attention like this, you know what I mean? Like, so, and I think some people look at me and they watch me, they're probably like, he's gonna fall. I'm gonna watch him, but he's gonna fall.
But you got the monkey feet.
Oh, I run and jump flat foot or whatever, and do a little one kick, whatever, just some stuff. I don't know. The best part about it though is when I do that stuff, when you're singing and you're on you're hitting those notes, and it's when you're on the edge of a 4 or 5 foot railing and you're hanging on with one foot, and then you hit that note at the end of your song. There's something about it that just brings this energy. It's like Toyoki.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I've never done it. I'm gonna try tonight. I'm gonna get on that bar stool. I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna hit the last note, and that might be part of our after hours.
Because music is energy,
yeah.
And love is energy, and I think music is love, and love is music. And,
Energy plays.
Energy, dude.
If you're performing anything, energy plays.
So almost you're a conductor of energy. I'm getting the energy, and then I'm pushing it back to everybody. I'm getting this guy's energy pumped up over here. There's one song, and he's killing it.
Yeah.
He's singing some Sturgill Simpson over there, just killing it.
Dave says you almost killed himself.
Amps me up.
He said he almost killed himself legit 2 times.
Dave.
So,
Dave.
So if he's saying
Dave, it's more than that.
Squeak has actually had beers so far.
Yeah, Squeak has had
many.
Hey,
you guys have to have some beers there.
Yeah.
Let's go out there.
Cheers, everybody.
Come on, band members.
Yeah, band members, come on. And if any of the band members would like to come on and hang out with us,
yes,
we can post the link. Or
I sent the link. So.
Oh, you sent the link.
Yeah, go to your Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, go to the Facebook. Yeah, get on here, come on and hang out. So Curtis, I heard that you once won a singing contest at a mall. So I'd love to know what mall it was and what song, if you remember what it was.
Well, the big one.
Well, the big one, in our area, the big one.
The big one was North Country Idol. That was the first year they did North Country Idol.
Which mall was it in? Syracuse?
It was in Syracuse. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Syracuse one, whatever that is.
Carousel.
Dynasty.
It was a Carousel. Yeah.
Okay, that's the big one, yeah?
Yeah, so played there, and then...
yeah, come on, Dave. We want to see that beard.
I don't know if Dave has a beard anymore. I think Dave got rid of the beard.
Oh, no. That's the worst.
Nick's got a nice big
beard. All right. Yeah, so sorry. You were the big mall. And
so,
for anybody that doesn't know, let us paint you a picture. Let's paint the picture, because when you're saying big mall, they're going
Syracuse, New York.
All right, so we're in Syracuse. Where we come from, we graduated with about 30 people in our class. And specifically, where they're from, there's a Stewart's, and a bowling alley.
There's 528 people.
528 people. So when you go to another mall, the closest one is, probably what?
Run Mall.
Yeah, what's that from you guys? Like maybe
40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes, and
we walked that one day. We walked it. Me and Matt and Al and
you made it.
Well, we did it with like little BMX bicycles and
I heard this story. Wow,
that was fun.
That is fun. What's up?
Champion Hill was the big one. Champion Hill, going from Carthage to Watertown.
Yes, that's a tough one. Shout out Big Butts Sauce. They got some of the most amazing barbecue sauces that I've ever had. I had the cranberry sauce, and it pairs really well with a pickled pizza. But we're not going to go into it.
I've heard of this pickled pizza.
Oh, you haven't had it?
No.
So what we're going to do is we're not going to do it tonight because they're closed. But we're going to get you a flat bill pizza and a pickled pizza.
Oh,
it's going to blow it. It's going to blow your mind. Yeah. So it's a shame.
Yeah. Okay. So I won. It was like there was like 2 or 3 contestants in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they picked out of everybody. Then we went to Froggy 97 and did a jingle, or not jingle. We sang in the morning.
Yeah.
And then everybody voted, and that's what it was. It was on like a vote of the top 3.
Gotcha.
And then so they flew me to San Francisco. They flew me out to San Francisco for the last. It's the second. It'd be the second year of American Idol. And they went to the Cow Palace, and I actually went there, and it was the last place that American Idol was auditioning. So it was like one of that last chance thing, get in there, here you go. But they're letting people in. They were doing backflips and prom dresses, and the guys in Speedos, and they're letting them through for which I could tell it was all for publicity and stuff, for the show, for the ratings and stuff. I knew. I sang my heart out, they go, okay, go on. And I waited all day in line, all day, whatever. If I would have just took a note, I always look back, I always picture, if I would have took a note, piece of paper, and give it to one of them producers when I walked by and say, I just got out of a coma, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
I just got out of a coma. I was in a car accident. And if I would have just did that, they would have had a story, and they would have fucking put me on.
They would have.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
But now,
I've never once have gone off, like a pity train thing, almost like here, you know what I mean? Like,
but that would
I'll tell you later on.
Cash that in, but
it would have been a good time to.
But if anything, I guess you could tell the same thing, and maybe you have in a song, because I know you've written some songs, and we're gonna try to see how it sounds when you play one. But eventually, you could play this. Hey, I won this thing in Froggy 97, and I went here, and I could have played this card, but I didn't. And now look at me, I'm touring the whole country with Buckshot. That's a cool song. I'd listen to it, And so that's and I was going to bring up that 5 of the 7 members, I believe, in the band were bearded, according to the website. So I'm just wondering why the other two.
Time to time.
Why the other two chose
the week.
Dan kind of does. Bond, he will not. I think he's been trying to grow his facial hair for a long time. I don't know, but
man, tell
call you.
Yeah,
no, he's the only one that he's the
Is he this? What is it?
He's our steel.
He's
a steel pedal. So
he looks like, no offense to him. He looks like he just can't.
Doesn't he look like Bond's awesome, by the way.
We're not saying he's not awesome. Shout out. Yeah, shout out
Bond is awesome.
Yeah,
but he has a lot of Ernest P. Worrell expressions in his face. You know what I mean? We call him Ernest.
Yeah, I can.
He cracks me up, dude. He's a hoot on stage.
Yeah. So you played obviously some pretty amazing venues from Biker Weeks recently in Daytona. I believe you guys opened up and played at a Nashville Predators game.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, we played at Nashville Predators during their halftime.
Yeah, so
of
all the places you played, which this is going to be hard. It's kind of like picking your
favorite.
You know what I mean? But what is one of the venues that you kind of played that you're like, all right, this was cool. Not that, and for anybody that's watching this, he's not saying that your venue wasn't awesome, but there's just some that are just like, and maybe it's because of who you opened for. Maybe it's because, it was just a cool place to play. Like, how many people get an opportunity to open up for a national, hockey team? Like, so I'm just curious, a couple, or it could be a couple. Just,
I mean, that was definitely a monumental one. That was like 30,000, like right there on the big Megatron.
I remember just watching the game
just because like they would be like, and check it out in this Buckshot. Granted, they played for about a TikTok like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But it was just like, oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It was cool, and and we played Legends right across the street that night. And
Ron can't cover up the Adams.
it's definitely Dan Johnson on that fucking thing.
Yeah, it happens. Right. So Dan, whenever you want, just go ahead.
Come on, Dan.
Messenger. Don't be scared.
I know.
Yeah, you picture Bond with a beard. I can picture anybody.
Oh
with a beard.
yeah, that was fun.
Iron Horse. Heidi says Iron Horse.
I know Iron Horse it really is awesome. The energy there is what it is. All these bikers just ready. Like they're just ready to go and they want to hear something, and we just give them a lot of energy. See, the way Buckshot works is they're like, do we dress up for this gig or do we dress up for this, and we're doing that. I'm like, you guys wear what you want to wear, what you're comfortable in. You do what you do. I don't micromanage.
Yeah.
My drummer, Dave, he's called the General. He puts us on a straight line. And then I got Steve. So that's Dave Longfellow, our drummer.
Okay.
He's got a master's in steel drums. Yeah. So he's a music
masters
teacher.
in steel
He's a
drums.
master's in steel drums.
That's impressive.
He teaches steel drums in Norfolk.
Wow.
Yeah. And then Stephen Buddha, he is our bass player. I met him when I was like 13. There's a whole we got to do like 3 or 4 episodes of this because I got so many things going.
Yeah, we can. I mean, obviously,
there's so many
close.
different stories that go involved with this. Because his father was first guy I met to do in Virginia Beach for music. Because I moved there on a whim with Sarah back in 2006, like a call. Like we got a call from her friend, said we're in Virginia Beach. Do you want to live here? Like, let's do it.
Yeah, why not?
Like we can get jobs here. And I was going with her at the time. We've been together for 3 months. Like, and just we left and got been with her ever since.
Yeah,
I'm married, got 2 kids. Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah,
Worked out pretty good. So it's 9:33, which is just saying it's 9:33. So it's time that we got to run something, a little video from one of our friends at a tool that I actually showed Curtis how to use before here. And it's our friends at Drunk Engineer. So watch this quick little video. If you're wondering what it is, I'll tell you all about it when we get right back. All right, see you in like 12 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're going to have the skinny ones eventually. And this is the Drunk Action Pump, the pump action shotgun tool from Drunk Engineers. You guys can check them out at drunkengineers.ca. They're just a bunch of amazing dudes. And here, we'll just show you real quick on the screen. It's this one right here. And again, you guys can check them out. Home of the pump action shotgun, and these things are fun. Again, I showed Curtis how to use it before. We might even do one after the show, but either way, you guys can check them out. $27.95. I think that's Canadian, so it's probably like $4 American. Then you guys can check out. You get their Bevy blazer. You can get a Gears and Beers hoodie, and they're coming out with soon the skinny pump action tool. And they're out of stock right now, but they're going to come back with the shot spinner. Just a bunch of amazing guys. This guy's not bearded, but he's still pretty cool. And again, you guys can check him out. They did a cool thing for St. Patrick's Day. We just gave away one with our buddy Joe Myers on Triple T last Tuesday. So you can check them out, drunkengineers.ca. And if you guys have any questions, you can use, try using Beard Laws as a promo code. Probably isn't going to work, but you can use, use Joe's. I don't know, he could use some love, JM86. So again, check them out, drunkengineers.ca. Yeah, that was an educational video, and we couldn't hear it because I have my monitor off because when Logan talks, it feeds back. But hopefully it played, so that's cool, dude. If we ever needed a sponsor,
we
Dave,
do.
I got you. Make sure you guys hit me up with this. We'll work something out with Drunk Engineers, and that's just one of a couple. You might see a couple other more sponsors,
dude,
and they're just as shitty, pun intended.
I could see all the band members having one of those and just in a circle and just.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, and they're like I said, they're cool. And like I said, I could show you how to do it, but you just did it in the video. You click it, you puncture it, you spin the tool, you pound it, and this thing is really cool. Just a great little product. So don't judge them that this one's 30 because it gets used a lot. But either way, check them out, drunkengineers.ca. So What are we going to talk about? Oh, so a rumor has it you've had some pretty cool cars in your day. And you might even be known around the Harrisville for having some pretty cool cars. So just if you want, tell everybody a couple of the cars that you've had, and if you want to tell a little story about them, cool.
Yeah.
Not, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can. When I was 14, I bought a 72 Monte Carlo that was in the backyard of some guy's house in Carthage that I was going to summer school at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was riding my bike, kept riding my bike by there. I see that car. One day I stopped and I got out and asked him what he wanted for it. And he said $400.
No way.
Yeah, $400. It was in his backyard. It needed a lot of work, but I was like, man, I could do something with that. It had it was a big old boat, but it had the rally rims on it, so it had those the chrome inserts on it. And so I bought a 72 Monte, brought it home every Christmas. I took everything out of it and went through the whole motor, took it all down. I went to BOCES in high school for auto mechanics. My dad was an auto mechanic, logger auto mechanic. Went through that whole thing, top to bottom, and put some racing stripes, painted it midnight blue metallic with some racing stripes on it. Yeah. Had a 350 Chevy 4-bolt main with high-rise intake, Edelbrock 650 double pumper on it. And
I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds cool. I know what racing stripes are.
But every Christmas I get something, right? So I put the stuff under my bed. Well, when my house burnt down, my bedroom was on the back and there was a door. So I started to run up there, and the guy, one of the firemen, like pushed me down the hill. And I said, just go up there in my bedroom, because the fire was up front. Go in my bedroom, go under my bed, grab the bag and pull it out. Just do it. It's all my Christmas stuff. Just got it. And I had my Edelbrock intake and carburetor in there. I had my Excel spark plugs. And
did he get it?
He got it.
Wow.
That's cool.
He got everything in the whole house blend. I mean, the house burnt to the ground.
Yeah.
We lost everything, but that was during the ice storm of '98.
Yeah.
Al said the minivan.
Okay, I had a band van, yeah, dude. So took the side pipes off that because I retired that after I bought a 95 Eclipse after school. Went to college. Sorry. After school, I went to work for my uncle trimming trees for the power lines for Tamarack, and I bought a 95 Eclipse, little white Eclipse. Man, I run that thing all over the place, and I always wanted to go in the Air Force all through high school. From like 9th grade to 12th, that was the plan. Fuck off in high school, go to the military. That was the plan. Well, so I went to work for my uncle, made some money. Finally, it was time. Passed the ASVAB, got the ASVAB test. I was going for my physical, and I was on my way to work at 4 o'clock in the morning in Syracuse on 481. I guess I made a U-turn and I got clipped by a Dodge truck about 75, and I put in a coma for 8 days. So that car saved my life. They say there's extra beam in the door that actually saved my life. I don't know. They say it saved my life, but yeah. So I woke up singing Ronnie Millsap out of my coma. Most of it was like on the TV, like those infomercials, or like so I woke up singing friggin'. Oh my God. I'm having daydreams about nice things in the middle of the afternoon. Yeah.
There's worse things that could have happened when you come out of a coma, I would imagine.
Put the minivan back to that. So I took the pipes off my Monte Carlo. I let that sit after my coma. That went to shit. Like it went within 2 years, that thing was rotted from the bottom up. And my buddy backed into it, and I was like just going downhill fast. But I bought a minivan somewhere between there, and I took the freaking side pipes off. It was like a Dodge Caravan, and I painted it flat black with like flames on the side. I had a big fin on the back. Dude. It was out to show you sometimes.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Anyways, so I got that, and then I ended up buying a 2001 Eclipse after my accident.
Yeah,
I had that for a long time.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm always been a fan. Now I'm minivans and Jeeps and
yeah. It's funny because, like I said, a couple of the people are like, oh man, he's kind of always had these cars, this minivan. He's always had these dumb sayings So apparently some of them. So what are some of these? I wasn't, none of this intel came to me and would tell me these sayings.
Oh
But I
my God.
got
They come out. They only come out when there's like, I have.
If it's because there's some people in the room.
When you're with a crew, like shit just comes out that it wouldn't come out any other time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I had this crew of buddies that you just say dumb shit and they get a kick out of it. They fucking roar and roll around you.
Oh yeah.
Like I think one time I threw pizza up in there and fucking shot it with something with Swiss cheese.
That's good.
Like stupid shit, you know what I mean? That's
perfect.
one that Al watch out here come on the Swiss cheese because that's probably the same one.
It could be, yeah. So we're waiting for your comments on there. And if there's any other sayings that whether it's Al, Cody, Meg, any of them, throw in some of your favorite comments because if you do, then obviously we'll feature them on there. And if at any point you want to text in a question, you can at 802-327-3753. It's listed below, scrolling right under Curtis's name. Swiss cheese. Sweet tune.
So, gentleman does have a guitar with him.
Yes, he definitely does. So, we had talked about it a little before, and I'll let you. So, what we're going to do is I need people. Hey, we're doing fantastic. So, I'm going to rely on people in the chat to let us know how it sounds because we have never had an in-studio performance. So, I'm going to switch up a couple of settings, and while we're doing that, Curtis, if you want to kind of talk about either, I guess, what it is that you're going to play and some things, and then just go. We're going to be quiet. We're going to go muted. We're going to let the mic and you talk. Hopefully, it sounds decent. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll switch that now.
Cool. All right. Let's see how it looks. So let's see. I'm gonna start back when my boy Jack was born. I picked up my guitar that my grandfather gave me when he passed away in 2009, and he gave me a guitar, and he told me to go show him what's up before he died. And I let that guitar sit for a year before I picked it up. And when Jack was born, I picked it up. I quit my rock band, picked up the guitar, and went back to my roots because every year we'd go to hunting camp and Grandpa would give me his guitar. So I figured let's pick it up, and I'd start learning all the chords and progressions and doing everything by ear. And I went back home one day and I sat in my garage and I was looking at all my chainsaws and all the tools and everything, and decided to write a song called Family Tree at like
You're saying no sound. Did you hear that? I know you're on a little bit of a delay, and it might have sounded good until I pressed something. So I there we go. All right. I'll let Curtis talk and let us know again.
All right, it's called Family Tree. Headstones on single lane roads, my last name all in row. Generations come to pass, and all that's left are stories told. When I was young, Grandpapa in the car ride, singing out loud to the whispering pine. Little did I know they weren't just car rides, but memories embedded in my soul. When I lay my head to die, now I want you to say I never tried. Life is sweeter and life is bitter, but who's to say I could have done it better? Kicking up dirt when we're 6 feet down. We ain't dead, just in the ground. My life story, it ain't done yet. What we got here, yeah, we're just getting started. Whoa, stuck on me. Oh, I'm proud to be a leaf on this family tree. My bloodline, it runs real thick from rural Route 3 to the Osagachi. Raised on skidders and saws, the backwoods motorhead outlaws. They were always working hard, then they headed to the bar, drinking Jenny Light, strumming guitars. And that's the life that I've been shown, and that's the life I'll always know. When I lay my head to die, not once you could say I never tried. Life is sweeter, and life is bitter, but who's to say I could have done it better? Kicking up dirt when we're 6 feet down. We ain't dead, just in the ground. My life story, it ain't done yet. What we got here, yeah, we're just getting started. Whoa, stuck on me. Whoa, I'm proud to be a leaf on this family tree. My boy will tell you when I'm long gone that life will bring you down and you need to be strong. Just like my dad is dead, is dead, is dead before him. They need to live on. Leave it right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
You missed it. Love this one. Absolutely beautiful. Sing it, brother. Awesome, awesome. So I'm going to switch the settings back. So we'll go back to here. We'll go back to here. We'll take Kurt off the big. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Sound. All right. We'll do this. We'll bring it back here. Logan. We lost Logan for some reason. I don't know what happened. He's still here.
I think it's better I turn it off.
All right. Well, he's there. He's
I'm here.
He's still
I don't matter. It's all right.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
no,
go.
yeah, that was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
And apparently we're gonna go with this logo that looks like we're in a beer. So that's the one that I
Nice.
clicked. So why not? We'll go with this one. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I think you talked a little bit about what that was before, and it was funny because I was showing my daughter on the way there, and I told you a little bit backstage. I was like, yeah, I was showing my daughter and played one that it was a little bit slower. I can't remember the name of it, and then we played the Moonshine song, and she was like into it. And then I played this one, the Family Tree one, and she was like trying to sing along like she's known this song a million times. I've never heard this before.
That's awesome.
But just absolutely amazing.
Cool.
Heidi sang along. Yeah, he said that's okay. I don't know what I said, but either way, of course, Buckshot, big fan. They're doing the clapping, and then they're doing this. I don't know what that means with the whole thing.
looks like
They're clapping and this again. But, yeah, absolutely amazing, and yeah, that was good. That was the first studio performance in the Weird Lost thing. So whoever else is going to be a guest in studio, the bar is set pretty high. So so like any musician, you've been in many bands, many genres. So what is a band maybe that you haven't talked about tonight, or maybe a genre that you kind of liked before, or maybe even a band that just had like a really, looking back at it, a terrible name? Because I'm sure there's a couple of them. I mean, like I said, you always hear stories.
Yeah. So I've had 5 bands in my life. So I started at 15 or 16, so 23 years or whatever, in different bands, but 4 of them were all rock bands. Those were rock bands, and then Buckshot. This one, it's back to the roots.
Yeah.
Buckshot. I don't need to. All the words, all the lyrics are like come from here.
Yeah.
So they're already written in the song, so if you play the chords right, the lyrics will come out perfect. If you don't play the chords right, and you're in a different key, and that the one thing that has really been a success for Buckshot is we play all of our songs in the right key, the key that the song was written in. And if you go to a lot of bands will play half step down, full step down, whatever, just Say's voice, and it still sounds like the song, but it's not when you're drinking a beer.
Right.
Not when you're drinking a beer and you hear that song hit that fucking note. You're like, woo! Yeah, it gets you drink that mother. That's another one right there. So drink, put that down, get another one. That's why Buckshot fans, they drink the most, man. I'm telling you, man. And our band Bar Tab has hit, I think it was like $740 one night. Or no, $850 or something like that. New Year's Eve night, dude, fucking roaring. I don't know where it all went, but that must have got still on stage or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there was people that were tackling other people on there probably, and you had to jump back up on the bar stool and get those crickets back. So I definitely anticipate a song about that story because I think that's a good one as well.
Yeah, I mean, just we have a band of brothers, man. Right down to every one of them. They're all different, but it's just like a well-tuned engine. Everyone has their own parts, or like a well-run business. You have the accountant and you have the treasurer and you have the CEO. It's just everything does their own part and it runs nice.
Anybody that I've talked to, you know what I mean, whether like just randomly somebody was just like, oh yeah, I saw Buckshot down in Virginia or Florida or whatever, and I think one of the guys is near from you. Have you ever heard him? And it's like, no, I haven't seen him in person. I know a couple of years ago you guys came to the Harrisville Fire Department. And the place was so packed. Like a couple of us were going to take the road trip up because I know like Dan and all of that. Yeah. And they're like, we don't even have room. You can't even get in at this point. And I was just like, Yeah,
we're coming back up, man.
So that's the thing. The rumor has it there's going to be another potential.
There's going to be another show. We got to do some more up here. The energy up here is as much or more than down there. Like, and we have so much more people down there. Yeah. But the small amount of people here that have the most energy. Oh my God.
Die hard.
Yeah. Die hard. And even talking, sorry to cut you off real quick, like even talking, like I was talking with Meg and some people, and it's just like everywhere you go, like it's a proud thing. Like there's Buckshot merchandise throughout, like everybody in Harrisville has something Buckshot. Right. The communities around the Carthage and stuff. Right. Like you're randomly going through a store, probably a store, or you know what I mean? And they're rocking the Buckshot stuff.
I just saw a meme about this. It was about Sturgill Simpson shirt. Like when you see someone else wearing a Sturgill Simpson shirt. It was friggin' He-Man and Skeletor having a joint together. Yep. Like when you see him wearing that shirt. Yeah.
It's related.
Fans. You know how many relationships we've started? I bet you how many people have got married because they met at a Buckshot show. Yeah. Or how many people have met friends at Buckshot shows and still, that's what they. Yeah. We've created a lot of relationships just by the love we show on stage for the music and for the fans, and it's just it's very infectious.
Yeah, and it was funny because I was on a call the other day with Megan and her father, and I said, all right, I'm asking this not trying to, you know what I mean, like I want some material for this show. So I said, Pat, who would you say is one of the most famous or well-known people to come from Harrisville? Because for me personally, being a Lisbon guy, the first one that pops up to me is Rick Carlin. Played in the NBA, coaches in the NBA. It's an easy one. Right. All right. So, and I wish I couldn't quite hear. So, Meg, you were there for the conversation. If you could say there was one name that really stuck out, and Meg, and she's like, he's interviewing Curtis, and he instantly was like, that guy has made a name for himself. Yeah, he is one of them. If not one. That was from Pat. That was from Pat, and it's not him. Like this wasn't any scripted thing, but it's just one of these things because again, it's small town. It doesn't take a lot, I guess, in that mindset to go, but it takes a lot to get to that level because you're from a small town. And what I'm going to ask you is, for me being a guy that does this Beard Laws podcast, and I think big, and me and Logan have had several conversations. I don't think locally because I think globally. Yeah. And for you to take that small town mentality and be able to see the bigger picture, get out there in a little bit. Like, what is something that you might tell anybody that's watching that maybe they're in Lisbon, maybe they're in Harrisville, maybe it's, if Hammond still has internet. Maybe they're watching this right now and going, there's two people that are doing it. One is a phenomenal musician who is getting to tour around there. Like, what is something that you might be able to just say, hey, this is a little piece of what I've learned. Don't listen to any naysayers. Don't be you, do you, and do the best you can do. Don't cut corners and shit. Yeah. But I mean, that's basically the fucking mentality, really. I mean, I was like, I wanted to sing. I always sing all the time, and I would sing in the car. I remember when I was little, and I'd sing, and then my dad would turn the radio up more. That made me sing louder.
It is so funny, you know. That's why I speak loud, whatever. But
That's awesome. So Buckshot, obviously, they said we'll play your wedding and even be the officiant.
that's true. That's true.
That's a bargain.
That
All right.
is
So
true.
I'll go out there, and I feel like that. Being a part of the show, you guys are going to do that for free now. So I'm gonna anyways. It was Scanlan's Bakery.
Yeah, Scalen's Bakery. I'm telling you, I tell everybody that.
So in Pat's mind, which Pat is a very good judge of this, it's you and Scanlan's Bakery are the best things to come out of here. So
Oh my God.
That's
Put me up
pretty
on
good.
Put me up on this pedestal.
Yeah, I mean you're not only in the pedestal. Yeah,
Dude,
you're
you
on the
can't
bar.
beat Scalen's Donuts. You can't beat Scalen's Donuts.
That's what I've heard. People like become Syracuse.
Route 3, I mean, we're a small town, but Route 3 is a gateway to the Adirondack. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming from 81, you're going 80 or 812. You're going through Harrisville to get to Saranac and all that.
Yep.
So you're going through there, and you coming through in the morning time. Oh, bakery! You go in there and have the most amazing fucking donut you ever had in your life. You're like, and be able to go down to wherever Poughkeepsie or whatever in Schenectady and be like, Scalen's donut. We got to go every time we go up. You know, it's just like. It's so funny how that little town, you know, they just put their all into their donuts, man. I don't know what it was, man. It was just
the donuts
and the icing.
It is icing on the cake. I like it. It's just that's a great piece of advice. Anybody that think this,
just don't let it for anybody, the naysayers. Don't be reading all that stuff or taking it, because I mean, if you were growing up where we did in the backwoods, and you would never think you'd be able to do.
You grow up for anywhere near this area, and
you just don't think you can. You
don't think you can because
you don't think you can.
see anything.
You don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you move away and you can see this big picture, like I did with 14 years in Virginia Beach, and you come back, and Harrisville's like, the heart, so come back, you always have that pump of the heart to come back to Harrisville or whatever, but you can see how your mind just opens up a little bit more than. And which is fine, because I would love to just do the simple life too. I think I don't know if I'd be as satisfied. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I
try that when you're
open,
tired.
but you were able to see something a little bit different, and without your, your passion, your talents, and everything, you're able to see anywhere.
I never stopped. I'm 39 years old in a band. You know what I mean? Like, how am I supposed to tell my my parents or whatever, and my in-laws? It's in a band. My son's in a band. Okay.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it hits me like, maybe I should get a real job.
Nah, it's not.
But then that's what kills them. That's what kills them, because then they get that, But I think right now I told the guys we're building up a well, like the swell of a wave, and we're like paddling into a nice big wave right now. And by the time when stuff opens up, we'll be on top of that wave surfing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Going into 2022 or whatever, surfing the waves.
Exactly. And we talked about that a little bit earlier at our morning pre-meeting, I guess we'll call it. And it was something that we kind of talked about, the pandemic.
Yeah, that's a good thing you did that too.
It is.
I like that.
It is. And, the pandemic kind of was challenging and is challenging for a lot of people, but you kind of said it best. It was an opportunity to, kind of grow not only yourself, not only your band, but just mentally and personally.
Regroup.
Yes.
I think it was a regroup. It's a regrouping thing almost.
Mm-hmm. And then, you kind of, and we're at this point now where at least you guys see it a little bit better. A little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, I guess, if you want to say it that way. You just played at Biker Week in Daytona. You know what I mean? And that had to be just.
One bit of information is I've never looked for a gig for Buckshot. We played open mic one time. We practiced for 3 months in my garage. Went to an open mic at the best bar in town. That was history. Ever since then, if people were calling us, everyone would call us.
Awesome.
Never have we called
shit.
anybody for a gig.
That's
never.
Awesome.
Never. So I don't go looking for gigs. If I haven't filled any dates, I'm glad I didn't fill those dates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm glad until someone's gonna call, and then that'll be their spot. But never do I look for gigs.
And right here, don't ever change.
Don't ever change. That was the first night we played. Someone yelled out, "Don't ever change!" And that stuck with us since the beginning, right there.
That is perfect.
I love my bullets there, Dan. Give me some more bullets. I like the bullets you're throwing at me. You only threw me at 4 bullets. I need 6 for Buckshot.
Well, then, in 6, with the Buckshot thing. But so right now we're at 10 o'clock. That's our hour. It went that quick. That's the hour. And we'll still blame him for not enough bullets. So what we do at the end of the show is we put you on the big screen. and then just kind of, you know what I mean? Tell the people what you want. It could be something inspirational. It could be, hey, we have this upcoming. It could be something funny, whatever you want. Take as long as you want, and just kind of tell the people, you know, who you are, what you have going on, whatever it is that you want to tell everybody. Are you ready?
Pressure.
No pressure.
Yeah.
All right, he's ready. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. I guess I would just tell you guys, come see a Buckshot show. We got 3 Buckshot shows here in April coming up at the best venue in town, Elevation 27, April 16th. I'm going to be putting out all the posts tomorrow about it. We got a big holiday travel park show on the 17th, and we're playing Outer Banks Bike Week on the 18th of April. So we got 3 big shows coming up in April. I got another big one that comes to mind is you might want to put it in your calendars, July 2nd and July 3rd. We're playing Elevation again, but we're playing with Dave Johnson and The Truth on Friday, and we're playing with Run and Shine on Saturday. So
Wow.
So we're gonna have we've been having a lot of people coming into town. We like to put on these shows at Elevation. But the April 16th show and the 17th show, I have the Piedmont boys coming from South Carolina, and they're some good old boys right there. So when Buckshot and the Piedmont boys get together, we raise some hell. Yeah, we're still doing the behind the scenes stuff. I mean, I still got gigs booked out till the end of the year. We're playing 1 weekend every month, so like 3 shows every month. We'll be putting out a whole schedule out. Just waiting for that big break. I'm waiting for you guys to find us a sponsor to buy us a bus, and I'm waiting for all this money to come in for a tour here. We need somebody to get us out there.
All right, we'll do that. The Beard Laws, we're going to make it happen. We're going to find some big sponsorship. Maybe it's Drunk Engineers. Maybe it's the Bro Day. Maybe it's the Kick-Ass Jerky. Maybe it's the Poop Knife. Who knows? We'll do our best to do that as well. A lot of people pumped up about this, so make sure you guys check out Buckshot everywhere. All right, Buckshot.
I'll be back on here. He's
going to be back. You're going to see more of him on here. But guys, check him out. Obviously, Facebook, Instagram. They're all over the internet. They have their own website. In the description of the YouTube is their links as well, so you guys can click that. Head on over. Keep an eye out on them. And I'm telling you this. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to see them now, but you know what I mean? Say that you were an OG Buckshot fan. Get them before they're huge, before they're big, and before we get an opportunity to bring Curtis back in the studio. All kidding aside, Curtis, we can't thank you enough for taking some time out of there. We're going to do this again. This was fantastic. So
thank you guys.
And thanks, Logan. Obviously, you can't see him on camera because our setup just didn't work. But we're going to improve the setup, and he's still on the Buckshot stool.
Damn.
Guys,
still won.
Yeah. How great would a Poop Knife tour bus be? We're going to see what we can happen. And maybe there's some plans in Beard Laws that could just make millions of dollars, and we can help with that. Hey, and Joe Myers shows up right at the end. So thanks, Joe Myers. He's going to pitch in for a tour bus as well. And all kidding aside, thank you guys. Go show Buckshot some love. I can't wait. And maybe Outer Banks, that's Carolina?
Yep.
All right, I got a buddy. Shout out Dr. Race. Maybe we'll get there. What do you think, Meg? We'll take a road trip. We'll get the camper. We'll go to Outer Banks, and we'll watch my first Buckshot experience. So I'm super excited. And again, thanks not only to Curtis, thanks not only to Logan, thanks to everybody that took some time out of their busy day to watch this, because you guys could be anywhere in the world watching anything. For whatever reason, you decided to watch us tonight. So thank you very much. Stay safe.
Thanks, everybody.
Stay bearded, everybody. And we'll see you next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you think I was trying to time it to press the outro, but now I'm ready. All right, so bye.